Welcome back to Solutions for Financial Independence. Joining us now, Keith Dumas from Beacon Wealth Management. How you doing, Keith?
Great, Nikki. How are you today?
Doing really well, thank you. This week we have a question from John in Shinston. He says, with a new year upon us, how should I go about maximizing my contributions to my retirement plan at work? Kind of sounds like a good New Year's resolution here.
It is, yeah. And this is actually a great time of year for someone to sit down and take a look at what their employer sponsor or what their employers offer them through benefits. And in this particular question, he's asking about retirement. The one thing he didn't say is exactly what type of retirement this is. So to go into some details on that, I can't necessarily do that. But there's all different types of retirement depending on where you work, whether it's a 401k, 403b, 457, thrift savings plan, simple IRA, on and on. You'd be amazed how many choices there are out there. But with each of those come different rules, so you got to be kind of aware of what's going on. But the one thing that he wants to first find out is, number one, can he actually enroll into the plan immediately? From an administrative standpoint, they don't necessarily allow you to do the enrollment right away sometimes. You have to come in at certain times of the year. So that's the first thing he's got to check. The second thing he really needs to go into look at is, are they doing a matching contribution on what he puts in? And that's an important question, and we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes here. And then the third thing he needs to look at is really the investment options, because the investment options make a big difference as to what you can do within the plan and what your choices are. So if he can match, always going to encourage someone to get that match, because that's a good option to have. Well, but if his choices are limited on the investment side, then he might want to definitely, if he can do the match, take advantage of that, of course, and then any additional monies he might want to save, he might look to do other things with those. For example, an IRA or a Roth IRA, and those are things he would do potentially outside of his employer-sponsored plan.